Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Fire Emblem New Mystery the Emblem. In the last episode, we tried to avoid needless combats, so in order to do that, we actually went an alternate route in order to get to Archanea Castle. But the thing is, although our alternate route ended up working, and we did skip a lot of battles that we could have taken in order to actually get to Archanea, we actually ended up running face first into the Elite Royal Guard of Archanea, also known as the Wolf Guard, which has Sedgar, Wolf, and Violent. But they also have a member called Roshia, and apparently Roshia is a new character based on what I understand, because I don't remember ever meeting Roshia in the original game. So, with that, I'm gonna be honest, this is actually, let's see here. Last time I recorded was on a Saturday. No, Tuesday. It was Tuesday. But for you guys, it's a different day. But let's see here. So last time I recorded was on a Tuesday. Let's see here. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Today's Sunday. Yeah, it's been a while. So I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be a little bit rusty. And that's because I was dog sitting. So I'm just gonna be honest. So I didn't feel comfortable with, a dog running around barking, because I do have dogs normally, but this is not my dog, and I don't know how they're going to react to me recording. So, just in case, I decided not to record while it was here. So, with that, technically, this is one of the final chapters, because there's 3 endings to this game. There's one for if you just lose a chapter and Marth dies or Spooks dies, and then you get a game over screen. There's a second ending, where if you don't have the, all the stones, and you don't have the 12 shards that make the Star Sphere. If you don't have either of those, and when you get to chapter 20, that is a second ending. And then there's the third ending, where you have everything done, and everything set, and you are able to make the binding shield, and acquire the falchion, because the falchion you can get after the story. But, it's kind of hard to explain it, but if you get to chapter 20, and then you get the Dark Sphere, you'll unlock the next part of the game, which is a second story, technically, where you'll be going off with, I guess, Garneth. I don't know who exactly it is, but there is 2 endings, and then one's Harden, and then the second one is probably Garneth or something, due to the fact that we know that Garneth is around, due to the fact that Godo has told us this. We just don't know what he's doing. So, with that, I'm gonna get into Chapter 19, the final battle, and I think we're pretty much ready. So, here we are, we're finally in Archanea. Although not inside the castle, we're right on outside of it. And I believe, if I remember correctly, Archanea takes place near Norda Market. So this should be the Norda Market chapter, technically, like in the original game, which is kind of funny. But let's see here. Imperial calendar, the year 3, February. The Holy Palace of Archanea was enveloped by a strange silence. Following a rebellion in Archanea, many capable knights, starting with the Paladin Midia, were captured. However, even then Archanea had doubled Altea's manpower. The palace streets teeming with soldiers. Nearly 1 year has passed since the Grustian expedition, and now the decisive battle that would settle the fate of 2 nations was about to begin. Altea versus Archanea, and I think we only have a couple of things to look at for this one, because as we can see, we only have the 2 that we normally would get, and then we have 1 support. So let's do this. First one is Wolf Guard Remnants. So, like I said in the last one, the Wolf Guard wasn't recruitable last chapter. But this chapter, they're going to be recruitable. But it's a specific way you have to do it in order to do it. I'll explain it more when we actually step foot on the battlefield, because it's easier to explain it then. So, let's see here.
Spooks. We've gotten a new report about the Wolf Guard, whose forces withdrew yesterday. It seems some of them have merged with the Archanean army. The Wolf Guard's commander, Wolf, is confirmed to be among them.
Then we'll have to fight them again.
Yes, it'd be ideal if we could persuade them, but if we don't know how, we may have no choice but to fight. They're strong, Spooks. Be very careful.
Okay, we'll definitely try. Let's see our current status, since we always get a current status for every chapter. So let's see what Jagen has to say about this chapter.
We have come to the palace, the center of Archanea. The 3 objectives in mind: to save Halden from the Dark Sphere, rescue the kidnapped clerics, and defeat Garneth the Dark Pontifex. It seems there was a rebellion in the palace not long ago. Citizens and knights rioted against Halden's actions. However, they were defeated, and now await execution by Halden. Halden has really changed. Prince Marth came here wanting to save Halden, but we might already be too late. No matter how many people would be forgiven by Halden, or how many people who would want to be freed from the Dark Sphere, the cold, hard truth is that Halden has stolen the lives of many innocents. It is unbearable to remember that he was once our comrade.
True, honestly. And here we go, we're finally getting back into Zane and Spooks. So let's see how this one ends up going. And like I said with Zane, we're going to be following whatever character he turns into. We'll do that voice for that character. Even though some voices are similar, I'll be honest. I only have so many vocal ranges I can go to, and I'm just going to be honest with that. And I do know I can do certain other voices, it's just that the reason why I don't do multiple versions of the girl voice is because of the fact that if I do that, I think I'm going to actually mess up my voice. Because it's happened before when I did Danganronpa. So I'm trying to be very conservative with the vocal ranges I do. But I try and do my best when it comes to actually trying to make fun voices for you guys to listen to. So that's the reason why I don't do too many of them, but I do a decent amount so you guys can have some extra voice acting and stuff like that. So that's the reason why I don't do too many, because I actually will ruin my voice. So with that, let's actually do this. Sir Zane. He seems to have gone elsewhere yet again.
Hello, Spooks.
Oh, sire.
What excellent timing. There's something I wanted to ask of you.
Yes, sire. Anything for you.
Thank you then. Could you please do a handstand and bark for me?
That's definitely Zane. Hello, Sir Zane. And that one was obvious. Marth would never say that.
Damn, you saw through me.
Of course. Prince Marth would never say something that ridiculous.
That's funny. I can fool the others just fine. Oh well, see ya.
Hold it.
What is it?
Who else did you deceive while imitating Prince Marth? Tell me all the details now.
Uh-oh.
I cannot allow anybody who would tarnish the Prince Marth's reputation to exist, depending on what you've done.
Stop it, you're scaring me. I was just kidding.
Sir Zane? Okay, I kind of feel bad for Zane at sometimes. But, yeah, honestly, our character's a little too serious for Zane, I'm gonna be honest. Because, what we do know is, although Zane is the way he is, he has a reason to be the way he is. Because of the fact that humans have been killing dragons for multiple centuries. So, his hatred for humankind makes sense in some ways. Although it's wrong to hate other people, I do see where he's coming from. But he seems like he doesn't hold it to heart. Like, he understands that there is good people and there's bad people. So I think that's, although it's kind of a harsh subject to go into, I do think there is, like, I think he's got redemption, I think, is what I'm trying to say. I think he can redeem himself via his actions that he takes. And as long as he doesn't think the same way as he does in the future, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not going to go too much into that, because that's not really my kind of cup of tea. I don't like talking politics and stuff, so that's a small bit I'm going to talk about that. But that's my honest take on that. I think it's, as long as you take certain necessary actions, and you absolutely show you want to change and not be the way that you were, I think that as long as you're trying to become a better person, I think you can be redeemed when it comes to that kind of stuff. That's what I'm trying to say. But other than that, let's get out of that. But Other than that, I'm going to make sure that everyone's in the right spots, make sure everyone's in a good, decent position to make sure we have everything ready, because this chapter is going to be a butt kicker when it comes to recruiting people. And once we actually get into the chapter, I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to do. So with that, I'll be right back, and I'll see you literally all in literally a second. So BRB, boys and girls. Okay, now with everyone on the field, everyone where I need them to actually be, and also everyone equipped with everything they need. I didn't do any drill grounds things, but I did make sure everyone was in a perfect position for my first turn to work, the exact way I wanted to work. You'll see in a second what I mean. So with that, let's conclude preparations and get into this chapter. As expected, the Archanea army is extremely powerful. We must approach with great caution. It seems that Hardin has assembled his entire army for this battle.
Even so, the people have lost their faith in their Emperor Hardin. They welcome us as liberators. It is certainly very reassuring. This is our final battle. It may drag on, but all the same, I would ask that you take utmost care.
Spooks, the enemy of the Archanea army, the Imperial army, the continent's strongest and most renowned military force. I'm not worried though. I know how strong you are, Spooks. You won't lose to anyone. Yes, sire. Please leave it to me. Everyone, let's go. Okay. So, now that we actually have our boots on the ground, I'm actually going to talk about this chapter. So, there is 4 recruitable members, and that is all the Wolf Guard members. So, Roshia, Violent, Sedgar, and then Wolf. In that order. Because you have to do it in order. And the way you do this is the first one is hidden inside this village over here. So, and also it is the Nordamarga. I was actually right about that. So, first one's in this village. The second one is going to be a reinforcement on this side of the map. And we need to bring Roshia over to Violent. And then have Violent get recruited by Roshia. Then we need to have Violent go to the top right of the map, where is he? He's one of these guys, where Sedgar is. Have Violent talk to Sedgar, and then you would have Sedgar run all the way over to Wolf, which is standing right here, and then have Sedgar talk to Wolf. And that's how you exactly do this chapter. So, with that, I believe we are indeed ready. So, let's do this perfectly. We now have Ballisticans that can attack us from multiple, very far ranges, and they are pachyderms, so these are the stronger types of Ballisticans, so we do need to actually be careful with this map. So, how we're going to do this was my plan. So first turn was actually going to be me using the warp staff, and we're going to teleport Marth directly on top of this village over here, in order to give us a decent advantage when it comes to getting Roshia out of here. So first turn is literally Marth getting Roshia out of here.
Prince Marth, it is I, Roshia of the Wolf Guard. I received King Warlis's pardon, and have been waiting for you. I am truly sorry for the Battle of the Pass. I realize that an apology means little, so I will now fight under your banner. But the other Wolf Guard members have all signed in with the Archanea army. I wonder if I could persuade them? Violent at least. Violent might listen to what I have to say.
Hopefully so. Okay, thankfully he is a paladin, so thankfully he's not going to be a total, problem to have on that side of the map, so we're actually perfectly fine to have him over there, so I feel like we shouldn't have to worry about where Marth is right now, as long as we do this correctly. Okay. So, due to the fact that I don't need to worry about Camus's position when it comes to the Ballisticans, I think we can just move perfectly fine on our own, and not have to worry here. So as long as we're moving people, making sure people aren't getting attacked for no reason, and making sure that we're, staying out of range of certain enemies that are definitely things that we might need to worry about, because Ballisticans can be a problem if you're not doing things right. So, as long as I do this right, I think we'll be fine. Okay, so that side of the map's fine. And then we also have Roshia here. Roshia, honestly, the best person for him to attack here would be maybe the Silver Axe user, actually. Nope, maybe not. Okay, I'm gonna actually have him go a little bit back where Marth is, maybe? I'm trying to figure this out. I want to do this right, but I don't want to get attacked too much. Because, let's see here, we take 36, we have 36 HP. If we get hit by the Killer Axe guy, we take 14. And then if we get hit by this guy, we take 15. So as long as we move, like, out of range of the Killer Axe user, I think we'll be fine. I think Marth is going to have to fight these guys, because Roshia, although he's going to be able to survive the first turn, I do think he's going to have much of a problem. And thankfully, since Marth does have the crit chance, he'll be able to get rid of most of these guys. So he should be fine for the most part, but I don't know about Roshia. So we need to kind of get Roshia out of here before anything bad does happen. And thankfully, since Marth is the level that he is going to be doubling these guys as well. And it looks like they don't even care about Roshia, except for the one guy with the tomahawk, which is kind of funny. Okay, and there's the thieves. And here is Violent. I actually thought he was going to be a couple turns. I didn't expect him to spawn on first turn. I guess they expected you to be at the village and not teleporting Marth onto it, but I guess that makes things easier, I guess. But honestly, we could use the rescue staff, pull Roshia out of where he is right now, and just force him into talking to Violent. Actually, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, let's do that, actually.
I knew it. You intend to invade Coyote's palace. The king forbade us from interfering, but I will do anything to protect Coyote. I will defy his edict if I have to.
Well, there he is. So, because I just thought of that idea, we're actually going to do that, because that's actually 10 times smarter. So, let's actually pull Roshia out of harm's way right away, and make this 10 times easier to deal with. Because it doesn't matter if Roshia does end up going down, we just need to get Violent out. So, let's do that. Let's get him out of the way first, and then we'll figure out from there.
Violent, why are you here? The king told us not to interfere.
You have decided to join the Altean army like me.
Roshia, I came to bring you back. Why have you turned to the Alteans? We are Coyote's subordinates. Open your eyes, you're being deceived.
You're wrong, Violent.
The time I spent with the Alteans was short, but I know one thing for sure. I am not it's not as Coyote says. They're not evil people. Roshia. Violent, please. I didn't want to fight all of you, especially you, Violent. Well, Roshia, you were always the kindest out of us in the Wolf Guard. You've always been able to tell which were the good guys, and which were the bad. I can't fight you, Roshia. If you or our brothers in arms are this sure, then I believe you. I am your ally from now on.
Violent. And there we go. First one's down. Okay, this is going to make things easier for us. So I'm actually going to use Roshia here to help us out with the damage over here, because we do need to kind of bring people over here to kind of help out and get rid of these reinforcements. So let's actually do that first to make sure we don't need to worry here. Okay, we're going to have Cecile run back. We're also going to have Zane pretending to be Camus come back as well. So let's use our paladins to actually mess around with this, and then force Violent to start making his way right side of the map, since we need Violent on right side to get Sedgar. So let's just start running him over this way, and then completely forget about him for now. Okay, other than that, we can run Camus over to this one, make it a little bit easier, and let's see here. Based on what I can see here, let's use the Silver Sword. I feel like, I don't want to bring my Silver Lance yet, so using a little bit of the durability of the Silver Sword should be fine here, as long as we do this correctly. Okay, perfect. And then we can run Zane over here, and then do the rest of the damage for this guy. I'm going to go for the one-shot. I just don't want to waste too many durability here. And style points for a knockout. There goes another one of the reinforcements. And there we go, perfect. Now we just need to make our way out of here. Okay, Katarina, you start making your way out as well. Katria, as far as you possibly can go. Actually, we can have you start looking at the houses over here, because I completely forgot about all the houses we need to go and check out.
The Archanea army has changed. The soldiers you see are now ain't nothing but bloodthirsty cutthroats. What's going to happen to this kingdom?
Honestly, no clue on that one. Okay, we're gonna have Marth get rid of this tomahawk wielder, just so we don't have to deal with him. Because, one, it makes things easier for us to deal with if we don't have to deal with any kind of people just randomly throwing things at us while we're trying to escape. So let's just make sure they're out of the way so we don't have to deal with it. HP, strengths, luck, and defense. Not bad, not bad. Always like to see defense increases. Okay, Ogma, you keep making your way, bud. Spooks, as much as you possibly can as well. Actually, just literally move everyone, because we need to kind of get our whole army on that top side of the map if we want to do anything here properly. Okay, let's dance Ryan so he can move a little bit further, since he is pretty useful for the most part. At first, during the earlier part of the game, he was pretty hard to use due to the fact that he didn't have any speed. But once he started getting more and more luck and attack, he actually became one of the strongest units, and oof. That 48% chance could have been really bad there. I'm just going to be honest. Okay. Let's hear. We're going to have Marth go this way because we need him to continue moving. So, just in case, we're going to have Marth start making his way upward while we have Katria kind of look at all the houses real quick. Because I'm not going to send my whole army to go check out these houses. I'm just going to be honest. We're going to have one person do this.
Such a pity. What befell Lady Midia? She just left the ranks and taken up with Astrum, but now they've been torn apart again. It's horrible for what has happened to such a good young woman. Can't you do something about it?
I'll try. As long as we can find her, we can definitely help her. I was actually thinking Media was going to be the one to recruit Astrum, and it ended up being George of all people, which is kind of funny. But let's see here. What does this one got?
Sigh, these are dark days. All those who oppose Emperor Harden just wind up getting killed. Our Emperor possessed by a demon.
Yeah, he definitely is. Don't know what kind of demon yet, but at this point, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of have a feeling that, I'm feeling like maybe Garneth is the one possessing him. I could be wrong, but I think that actually might be the case, due to the fact that we haven't seen Garneth, so it has to be Harden and Garneth in one body. I have a feeling that's probably what it is, but it could be completely wrong. It could be just a different type of demon altogether, like Medius or something, or kind of like Grima, or even Duma, or there's a bunch of different things, honestly. But I honestly think it might be Garneth that might be the demon inside of Harden, and that would honestly make the most sense to me. But it also could be Medius, even though Medius is dead. But once things become undead, they have a way of coming back to life. Because Medius returns in Tokyo Mirage Sessions via a ritual. So I have a feeling that he could technically still be around, even though he did die in the original game. So honestly, I have a good feeling that we might see Medius again. Just due to the fact that in Tokyo Mirage Sessions he did return. So I'm having a feeling that that's not the first time he's done that. Because Garneth would have to know how to do that in order to him to even know what that ritual is in that game, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to say that maybe that's what Garneth's doing, because that's the only thing I can kind of figure out what he could be even doing. Because why would he just be gathering a bunch of random clerics for nothing? So, and he was helping Medius in the original game, and he had no other plan. So honestly, that's kind of what I feel like he's doing. Maybe he's trying to revive Medius. He probably might not get through to it, and it might fail completely and Medius doesn't get revived. But at least it's like he's trying to revive him. And then at the end of the chapter, we defeat Garneth and Medius doesn't get revived, is what I'm trying to say. But honestly, I could be wrong. Who knows? HP, skill, speed, and luck, not bad for Ryan. Always like to see some decent levels for him. Need to keep moving Violent as far as we possibly can get him to go. We're actually going to dance Violent, because Violent's the one I want in the front of the army at the moment. So just get him as far as he possibly can go. And then we need to figure out how to pull Sedgar out. I'm feeling like we have to dance him forward if we want him to go where we need him to go. Other than that, keep moving Spooks and everyone else. Heal up Violent so he doesn't get one-shotted randomly. And it might... Nope, we didn't get a free level out of that. I was kind of hoping we would. Actually, what do we actually have on you? You have a rescue staff, so if we need to, we can use that. Okay, I was actually kind of afraid that we were actually out of rescues, to be honest. So thankfully we actually still have more. Okay, other than that, keep moving everyone forward. Make sure everyone's prepared for whatever's about to happen. And make sure that we're not in perilous areas like we are at the moment, because the fact that there could be more reinforcements, and this spot is probably one of the worst possible spots to be in at the moment. Other than that, wait there, and I believe that's our turn. Okay, here comes the Ballisticans with their 17 damage weapons with low hit rates, which is good. Thankfully, they are low hit rate, but they definitely do hurt if they do hit. And here comes the Paladins now that we're in their range. But I'm honestly not scared of them. The Paladins are the thing I'm not scared of. The thing I'm more scared about is more being overran. And also, I'm really liking this Life Sphere. This Life Sphere is actually really good. Okay, I think that's out of his range, right? I just need to make sure that we're not, like, directly in his range. Marth is one spot out of Sedgar's range there. Wow, that was pretty close. Okay. So, based on what I can see here, the best thing we can possibly do here is Steel Lance. It's the lower durability weapon that I don't need to care about, so honestly, just waste Steel Lance here, and we ended up dodging, so we didn't even take that 10 damage that we could have taken. It's honestly not bad. I'm just helping out here so Katria gets a little bit of experience, since we're going to have her go to every house, just to get him out of the way so we don't lose out on the small extra dialogue that are in those, because usually, in the original game, that's how I got all my information, because the houses give you small information that you might not know if you weren't to go, if you were to not go into those, you wouldn't know much about how things work in the original game. So just in case, I'm being careful and going inside them, making sure to learn any extra story that we possibly could get from them, and that is some defense increases. I like seeing that, Katarina. Let's see here, skill, speed, luck, and defense. Not bad. Like that. I like that a lot. Well, I see a free level for Spooks here, so let's just L-fire this poor thief into oblivion and turn him into some nice ashes on the ground, right in the middle of a nice grassy patch of grass. And I'm surprised we didn't just start a wildfire right there, because I'm pretty sure, due to the fact that the dirt road is here, I'm pretty sure this place is pretty dry. So I'm surprised this place didn't end up turning, into a nice little wildfire. I'm surprised that didn't happen. HP, skill, and luck, not bad. And a silver sword for later. I'm going to save that, because that's going to be very helpful later. Okay, other than that, we can move Ryan into the stronghold, because he'll heal from that. Move Violent as far as we possibly can get him to go. What's the best thing we could possibly do here? How far do these guys move out? Okay. Let's see here. Turn everyone off for a second. I just need to know these guys' range. Okay, they're one out. Okay, perfect. That's actually really good. Okay, I just need to make sure that Sedgar wasn't going to chase us if we were to leave. But we can pull out some of the other paladins. Or actually, these are hunters, aren't they? Nope, these are horsemen. Okay, because they had different versions of bowmen that were already horseback units. So I just wanted to make sure that they were the right class. Okay, so due to that, we need to keep moving our units. Make sure everyone's in at least a decent spot so we're not getting overran out of nowhere. Because if we were to do this incorrectly, this can actually turn really bad. Okay, other than that, we really don't need to worry about Roshia anymore. But we do kind of want Camus to be in the front lines again. So let's make sure he's actually as far as he possibly can go. And other than that, we can drop Camus right here, because I don't actually mind him getting hit here, because I already know he's going to actually not take that much damage. That is 18 damage from that Pachyderm. Ouchie. That actually hurt quite a bit. Killer bow unit with only 1 damage on Marth. That's sad. That's actually sad. Okay. So, how I see this working... Let's see here. Trying to make sure we do this right. Because if Sedgar comes, he's going to use a silver bow. Okay, so we don't need to worry. Because Sedgar will not run himself on my sword. So we can go in and attack normal. So let's bring in the units that are full HP that we know aren't going to be able to attack back when it comes to him. Because then it will make things easier for us. Okay, and then we can have Ogma go forward onto here. Onto the little save points. or what would be a save point, but I'm not using it yet. I want to make sure everyone's like in a decent spot before we even think about saving. I want to make sure we have Sedgar in our bag before we even think about saving first, is my honest opinion. So HP, strength, skill, speed, and defense, not bad, not bad. Okay, now we can have Katria start looking at the houses again, now that she's not as busy. Okay, let's see her.
When Princess Nina and Prince Hardin were married, I thought peace at last, but now everything's gone insane. Oh god, what on earth are we supposed to do?
Honestly, no clue on that one. But since Ryan is next to this one, let's actually make this easier for us, because I know it's only one more turn for Katria for the houses.
The Prince Paladin Media is the pride of Archanea. She's the daughter of the Archanean's former Supreme Commander, Count Owen. She couldn't bear to watch our suffering, so she stood up before us and rebelled. Hey you, please find a way to help Lady Media.
I'll definitely try, because Media was one of our friends in the original War of Shadows, so let's make sure we help out as much as we possibly can. Okay, let's see her. Zane should be turning back into Camus next turn, so we do need to make sure we don't put him in somewhere he shouldn't be. So, let's see here. Honestly, just drop Fina there. Then we can move Camus here, I guess. And then move you here. We're going to actually heal you with one of your vulneraries, just in case. And then we're actually going to go in with Spooks to get a little bit of healing staff increase, because we would like to increase our staff usage. But at the moment, we really can't until we upgrade it. So other than that, I believe that is everyone that we should be moving. So let's end turn and see what actually ends up happening here with Sedgar and the other horseman over there, because I don't know what he's going to do.
You monsters! Why are you invading all other nations? Are you consumed by petty ambition?
Honestly, no. But honestly, your Emperor, also known as Coyote, is evil as heck. So, yeah, we're gonna just recruit you real quick and tell you to stop fighting us. So, Violent, you go do that real quick.
Sedgar, hold on, it's me, Violent. What's the meaning of this Violent? Don't tell me you have defected. Listen, Sedgar, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I love Coyote like a brother. All I wanted to do was fight for him. But he has changed for the worse. It's as though he's someone else now. I wanted to serve him always. That's why I've always been turning a blind eye. I've shut myself trying to remember the Coyote who loved us so long ago. It's really hurt to face the truth, that Coyote's not who he used to be. I just don't know anymore. Hey Sedgar, what the hell am I supposed to do? Violent. I feel the same way. I know he's gone insane, but I looked the other way and blocked my senses. One day, he'll go back to being all Coyote. That's what I kept telling myself. Roshia has gone over to the Alteans. I cannot fight him. Sedgar, you should come too. I don't know what's right anymore, but I don't want to fight you either. Yes. Even though Coyote's madness was clear to me, I did nothing. I have to make this right. There we go. Now we got one more of the Wolf Guard. We have one more left, and that is the leader himself, and that is Wolf. I actually think it's funny that they're called the Wolf Guard because of Wolf's name entirely. And also, Wolf looks 10 times cooler in this game than he did in the original. In the original, he was just a reskin. So it's actually nice to see that he actually has a model now. Okay, other than that, let's run in this Ballistican so he can stop attacking us, because I'm kind of done with him. So let's just get him out of the way so we don't have to deal with that anymore, because honestly, Ballistican is annoying. Okay. Because, well, technically it's not annoying if we were able to use it ourselves, is what I'm trying to say. We're not allowed to use the Ballistican, so in my opinion, it's just annoying at this point. Because they're doing big damage, and I technically don't really have much counterplay to them. So it looks like we can actually go to this one, so let's actually get rid of this one first. Okay, we do not do enough damage. Okay then, we're not going to do that then. We're just going to move Ogma and the rest of our army that don't really need to worry as much to a decent position to where they need to go. And then we can figure out from there. And then block off this so he can't just run in. And then we can move
you here, I guess? I don't think he's gonna one-shot you, so I think we should be fine. Then we can have Katria finish off this village over here, and let's see what we got.
Lord Hardin was once a kind man. Then all of a sudden, it is as if he's a terrifying demon. Ahem. If they hear me saying these things, it'll be off in my head as well.
So he's been executing people for defecting, quote-unquote. That is terrifying. Okay, good thing we know that he's not the normal Hardin, and he's a completely different person, or that would be completely terrifying to see that he actually turned like that on his own accord. Okay then, that's terrifying, just gonna be honest. Okay, let's see here. I want to turn into Cecile and not Roshia. I'm just gonna be honest here. So let's make sure we turn into the right person when it comes to Zane. Okay, let's move you here. Then we can turn into Zane, and then we can have Zane figure out who he wants to turn into here. I'm gonna say probably not violent. Let's see here. Honestly, we could turn into Spooks. 27 magic isn't bad. And we do have the tome now, so honestly, it's not a bad idea. So, let's actually have 2 Spooks on the field. Okay, so I was right on that. We weren't gonna get one turned by that killer bow. I was just scared that it was a possibility. And they use Fortify on this guy, so they have long-range healing magic. Good to know. Okay. Thankfully, Fortify seems to... Actually, that's not even bad durability. What the? Okay then, Fortify is 10 times better than I thought it was gonna be. I thought I saw 2, but nope, that's not 2, that's 12. Okay then, let's see here. Immortal Axe, get some HP back, because it looks like it's after combat how this works. So we went from 44. No, I didn't get anything back. But that's what the Immortal Axe says. Oh, is it every... Oh, it's every turn, isn't it? Okay, so I did misread it. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Okay, that is the last village, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna actually have Katria do the save then, just to get it out of our way. And then, let's see here, save over this one. And I think we should be fine now. I don't think we have to worry about anyone getting randomly knocked out. I think we're perfectly fine to keep doing what we're doing. And then we don't have to worry about, like, any random things that could possibly happen due to the fact that, I'm not sure how much we have to worry about the Ballisticans, but knowing that there's 4 Ballisticans over there, I do think we do need to be a little bit careful if we want to do this properly. Okay, let's see here. I don't think running straight into Ballistican fire right away is a good idea. Okay. Honestly, we don't need to be moving Violent or Roshia anymore, so we're just going to keep them back, since they're kind of done for this chapter. We're only going to be moving the Wolf Guard that we just recently got, which is Sedgar, so we don't have to worry as much on moving people, because there's a lot of people on field right now. Let's be honest. I started with 12 units and we're gaining 4, so there's literally 16 people on field at the moment, if we include Wolf and the other 2 Wolf Guards and Sedgar as well. So honestly, there's a lot of people, so let's just move the units we actually brought on the field and make it a little bit easier on me. Okay, do I need to worry about him randomly moving? Yes, we do. What? He's got a silver bow. Okay, turn all that off. I need to only see these guys' range. I don't care about the Ballisticans, but I do care about the actual people that can move, so we can get them out of the way first. So let's pull on our Javelin, and we're going to have Camus kind of tank them, and see what we can possibly do from there. Because honestly, what I see here is a losing battle if we were to just run in here without making a plan. Because at first I didn't have a plan for this, because this is kind of like on-the-fly planning right now at this moment, because I did not have any idea of what I wanted to do when it came to this spot on the map. So let's make sure we do this properly, or this is going to go south really, really fast. So I think we should have most of our army topside if we want to do this right. Okay, Roshia we said we were going to forget about. So let's just keep moving everyone else and make sure everyone's in the proper positions and make sure they're at least kind of near the army as much as possible. And then also make sure people are properly healed, like Zane and Spooks right now. And don't waste the warp staff, please. Okay, mend staff on you. Fully heal Zane. And then we can figure from there. And then end turn. Okay, let's see how this works. I'm not scared of the pachyderms. Actually, I probably... Wait, Sedgar was in range of that? Oh, because I didn't check for ballisticans. I should have probably did that. Okay, that could have been actually really bad. I only measured out the bowmans and not the actual pachyderms. I don't think we need to worry about the other one. I think we're out of his range, which is good. I think we're probably 1 or 2 out of range, which makes it a little bit better than what it could have been. Okay, other than that, let's see here. How we should do this. Let's see here. I'm thinking, honestly, warping him directly in range of everything, and then just rushing the ballisticans to get him out. I think that's probably our smartest option here, but I could be wrong. Okay, I can't use Fina for our advantage, but we can run Camus in. So, let's see here. Marth, I need you to move a little bit forward, bud, if we're gonna make this work. Because, one, I kind of need to heal Camus before we run him in there, just to make sure he's full HP, because this could go sour real quick. Okay, we're gonna have Katria see if she can maybe get rid of this one. Nope, she's not in range. That's unfortunate. But we can have Camus go for this one. We're gonna go straight to the stronghold, make sure he's in a decent range of not getting completely and utterly destroyed. And thankfully the Camus Pike is basically full durability, so we actually can use it without having to worry as much now. Okay, so far so good. And then, next off is I want to heal Sedgar before we throw him in. So let's do that. So you're going to come over here, Katria. You're going to use your Mend Staff. And then you're going to actually... so now we're going to have Mauricia. Mauricia, you're going to use your Warp Staff. You're going to teleport him directly in the middle of combat, but this makes it so it's not directly in the range of 3 ballisticans and only 2. And then, Sedgar, you're going to actually talk to Wolf here. And then we're going to get him out of the way.
Wolf, hold your fire. Sedgar, what are you doing? So you have chosen to betray Coyote. No, it's not like that. This is for Coyote's own good. Something's wrong with Coyote. Even you must know that.
That changes nothing. I will die at Coyote's side. I swore as much. Though all of you might betray us, though I might be alone, I will not abandon him.
Even though you disobey his heart.
What do you mean?
Wolf, do you remember that Coyote said to you that day that you become a commander of the Wolf Guard? If I should wander from the path of righteous, please lead me back onto it. That's what he said.
I should never have forgotten the words of Coyote himself. But to tell me that time has come, that we must defeat Coyote.
We have to remind Coyote of the day. We swore allegiance to him, no matter how painful it might be. That is the only recourse. I never wanted to believe it would come to this.
Enough, Sedgar. For goodness sake, it would have been better had I died in Adria's Pass. I am the commander of the Wolf God. The life that Coyote gave me, I will not waste it, even if that should lead to Coyote's death. And there we go, perfect. Okay, now we're in a good spot. Let's actually get rid of this guy. So let's make sure they can't just heal, because healing could be a problem here if we let them do this. So let's just make it easier on us. Okay. We need to get rid of ballisticans if we want to do this. This is really bad situation when it comes to where we are, but I feel like we can still get this to work as long as we do this properly. I'm just gonna be honest. Let's see here. Cecile, you can't even get in range even if you wanted to. Zane, I guess just walk a little bit forward, I guess. Katria, I'm gonna have you sit in one of these strongholds, just to block it off, maybe, I think. I think that's what we should do. Block off the strongholds in case reinforcements randomly spawn, because it's always possible. So let's just do that, just cause. Okay, Zane, not Zane, Julian, you make your way forward. Ryan, you as well. Turn on the range of everyone again, since now it doesn't matter as much. And then move Spooks a little bit forward to kind of figure out what we want to do. Another free level for Fina, which is level 29. I believe she's almost max rank or max level now. So 1 skill for Fina. It could be better, but honestly, what can I do? Okay, other than that, move Cecile as far as she possibly can go, I guess. And then, other than that, let's see here. Move you here, I think. Let's see here. That does 24 damage. It has the chance to crit. Might as well see. Come on, Wolf. You're the leader of the Wolf Guard, and you ended up getting that 8% crit. What? I actually wasn't even expecting you to actually hit that. That is actually really, really good. Okay, I'll take it. Okay, let's see. Now we just got the generals and the 2 pachyderm users, and the low chance of getting hit here. Other than the 55% one that's attacking Setger, but it ended up missing. Perfect. And then we just got the generals, and other than that, that's pretty much the map. Based on what we can see, I don't see any reinforcements, so it looks like this map's over with. But it is weird that there is a bunch of fortresses here with no reinforcements of any kind. So I am a little confused, but we might be safe. You never know. Never mind, there's the reinforcements. Okay, so there was reinforcements. Good thing I was kind of on edge on that, so good thing we figured that out now. So we're gonna actually start getting rid of these guys before it becomes a problem, because as long as we hit them off the field, we don't have to worry as much. And then we can kind of figure out from there what we need to do next, because we're pretty close to actually finishing this chapter off. So we got speed and luck for Marth, not bad, not bad. And I'm not sure if 30 is the max rank for Marth either, which it might be, and if that is, we're actually almost fully ranked for Marth before the end of the game, which is actually pretty good for us. Okay. Sirius could run this guy in, or Camus, either one, but honestly I don't think that's what we should do. I'm thinking here, we should run Cecile in, have Cecile get rid of one of these pachyderms maybe, or maybe we can get Katria over here and get rid of one. No, we can't. Is this guy holding a bow? No, he's holding a spear. Okay, Katria, you're gonna get rid of this one. The reason for it is because I kinda need you to focus on this, and then we can focus on everything else. I think this weapon works. Yeah, this should work. Okay, Steel Lance for this guy, and then we need to get rid of the other Ballistician before things get even more sour. Because we need to kind of get rid of all the enemies that are on field when it comes to long range, to make it easier for the shorter range people to get in range. HP, strength, skill, defense, and resistance, not bad, not bad. Okay. Other than that, Cecile, I don't even know if you're even going to be able to get in range of this, but we can honestly try. Silver Sword here seems like the best option, so let's go for that. Let's get this guy completely off field. And then after that, we can kind of figure out what we need to do. Knock out style points, not bad, not bad. I like me some free crits for style points. And a level for Cecile, well, take that as well. HP, strength, skill, and luck, not bad. And then we can have Camus here run at this Ballistician. And then we can finally get all these Ballisticians off map. And then after that, we can figure out from there. Because as long as we don't need to deal with the Ballisticians, we can kind of have people run away at max speed away from the things that actually can knock them out. Because the generals won't be able to chase down the paladins that are trying to escape in the moment. So let's see here. HP, strength, skill, speed, luck, and defense. That's a really good level. Okay. Other than that, let's see here. Where's Fina at right now? Where's the max range Fina can go? Max range is here. So as long as we move here for Spooks, and then use Dance on Spooks, and then figure out from there, we can probably figure out a way to help out with the generals maybe, or even get rid of the boss. You know what? Let's try that. Let's hear. Wow, he does 24 damage. Okay then, maybe not. Okay, let's see here. What else can we do here? Trying to think of a way we can help that side of the map and not be in a bad position here. I'm going to say just run Sedgar and Wolf out of range so they don't end up getting attacked randomly, and then figure out from there, because we kind of need to help them out a little bit, but we possibly can't do that due to the fact that we're where we are at the moment. Okay. I'm going to say one. Let's use our rescue staff here on one of these people, and that is Cecile, to get her out of range of those two generals, because the two generals are going to rip her to shreds. I'm just going to be honest. Okay, other than that, let's put Spooks here. Let's run Ogma onto one of these strongholds, block it off. Move Zane up a little bit, move Ryan up a little bit, put Julian on top of this, and then Mauricia, can't get her to stand on anything, but I think that's everyone on this side of the map. Yep, it is. Okay, I think we can end turn, but I don't know if it's going to be good. Camus is kind of going to be, basically fighting for his life at the moment, but due to the fact that he does have his Camus spike, or Camus, not spike, but pike, he actually has a good chance to crit here, and he is going to double twice, so he actually has like a 60% chance of critting every turn that he gets attacked here. So honestly, I think he's fine, but it is still kind of scary due to the fact that there is still two more people that can attack him in a second. But thankfully they ended up changing their mind on attacking just Camus, and they're attacking Marth and Spooks here. So we're perfectly safe. Even if that other paladin runs into me, I think we're fine. Let's hear. He does definitely run over here, but we live with 2 HP. Well, here's a style point knockout for you, and down goes another Paladin Knight, making things 10 times easier for us, even though we almost just died, which is kind of scary, but due to the fact that we didn't save recently, it's actually been a couple turns, but honestly I'm not too scared since we did have that halfway point save, so it did save us a little bit of time, even if we were to get knocked out there. So HP, magic, skill, speed, and luck, not bad. Okay. Let's see here. Now the next option is to get rid of that general, and we need to figure out a good way to do so. I'm going to say run into him with the rapier and just knock him out. Let's just get him out of the way.
Gah, it's not possible that the Archaneans could be defeated. But as long as I stand here, you shall not enter this palace.
Okay, Nearing. I'm honestly sure that you have no chance of possibility of ever surviving this. So, see you later, bud.
Long live the Empire. Gah.
Well, see you later, General. Down you go, meaning we're finally at Harden now. Now that we finally got the final, technically, when it comes to the normal story without the stones, this would be the second to last chapter. So technically, the next chapter could technically be seen as the final chapter. So honestly, yeah, we're literally right on death's doorstep right there. And we don't know what's going to happen. We definitely know that we're going to probably overcome Harden, due to the fact that there is more chapters after this, and we do have all the necessary items to do what we need to do. But other than that, we actually don't know what's going to happen when it comes to after this story, because there's still a story left after this, so honestly, I don't know what's going to end up happening. We can actually end this chapter this turn, actually, if we do it like this. So let's have Katria knock out this Hellfire user, get him out of the way, and then we're going to have Camus just run his, actually, what should we use? I don't want to waste anything. Let's use Silver Sword, because that still has some good decent durability, and I don't want to waste Camus Pikes, because Camus Pike actually has some decent crit chance. Okay, and then throw that in Convoy, and we are officially done with this chapter. So let's get Fina over to Marth, have her dance Marth into walking right into the castle, and we are indeed done. So let's see, map clear, and we are good. Okay, let's see here. Oh, there he is! Hey, Boa! Long time no see, honestly. Bishop Boa! Oh, you're hurt. What on earth happened?
This is terrible. House Archanea must truly be cursed. As you know, 2 years ago, Harden and Princess Nina were wed. In order to restore Archanea to glory a king was needed. There were but 2 suitable individuals, King Orlus's younger brother Duke Hardin, and you, Prince Marth of Altea. Princess Nina begged me to wait just a while longer, but once I insisted of its absolute urgency, she said that it could not be you, for Princess Sada would grieve. In the end, Hardin was our only choice.
Let me get this straight. I understand that Archanea could not be without a king, but Princess Nina, she already...
You speak of Sir Chemist of Grost. The people must never know. 'Twould be heresy. The decision cost us dearly, but what choice did we have? It was for our country. On the bright side, Hardin was happy. In fact, that thought that he was to be Princess Nina's husband pleased him, greater than his ascension to the throne.
I know his feelings. I know that he would have given his life to Princess Nina. Yeah, definitely true. The original Hardin would, but this Hardin is definitely 10 times different than the other Hardin we do. Because Hardin was a bro. I'm just gonna be honest. He was one of the coolest characters we've seen in a long time. And honestly, I really liked the original Hardin. Emperor Hardin is scary in all rights, and honestly, he's terrifying. But maybe he could be redeemed. I'm hoping we could turn him back into normal Hardin, because I actually really liked Hardin. So, honestly, I don't want to say goodbye to him if we do have to kill him. Definitely is a possibility, though. But you never know, honestly. But let's hear.
But sadly, Hardin soon realized that Princess Nina did not reciprocate his love. It pained him greatly. He shut himself into his room, drinking away his sorrows, and saw no one. Spotting an opportune moment as Hardin wallowed in heartbreak, Garneth appeared. The despairing Emperor's heart was gripped by the dark sphere in an instant. He completely changed as a person from them. I made a terrible mistake of my concern. For this kingdom, please forgive me, Prince Marth.
So that's how it is. And what of Princess Nina? How is she now?
Hardin handed Princess Nina to Garneth. Garneth said that he required the blood of a noble-born Clarice in order to resurrect the Shadow Dragon.
Oh, so I was right. So this is the first instance of that ritual. So I was right on that. I had a feeling it had to happen a time beforehand. So now we know. Mystery of the Emblem was the first ritual to revive Medius, probably the first and only. And then when it came to Tokyo Mirage Sessions, because I still think that still counts in the lore of the game, that's modern time Fire Emblem basically. So I think that still counts in lore. Some people might not see it, but I think it still counts because Fire Emblem Heroes acknowledges it as Fire Emblem. So Intelligence System sees it as a canon storyline, so it definitely would make sense. So the second time he's revived, maybe, or first, I don't know for sure, but the second time he does the ritual, he does indeed revive Medius. So the ritual does work, but we don't know if it's going to work this time around. So we could be fighting off with Medius again for the final chapter, for all I know. And it definitely would make a cool final boss. But honestly, I would like Garneth to be the final boss. Because Garneth is technically supposed to be, like, one of the major villains. So I would think that Garneth would be, like, you know, a lot scarier than he was in the original game. And how scary he is in this one, because we haven't even seen him yet. All we know is he's around somewhere. So honestly, I have no clue what's going on with that. But other than that, let's keep going.
Prince Marth, my end is nigh. I shall give you my tome and staff. Please save Princess Nina. Even if Archanea's destruction cannot be undone, make sure that she is safe.
Oh, so that means Boa dies here, based on what he's saying. Wow, that's kind of sad. Wow, really? That's how they're gonna end Boa? he was playable in the original. There has been a couple units that aren't playable anymore, like Yegan, and now it seems like Boa is another one of those. But this time, we actually lost another. Oh yeah, and Lorenz too. Lorenz died in the first normal chapter, so yeah. Wow, there's a bunch of people that are not playable anymore, even though there's quite a big number of playable units in this game. There's a lot of playable units, but it is still sad to see some of them end up, like, dying, like Lorenz and Boa, as we just saw based on how Boa is reacting. It sounds like he just passed away, which is actually kind of terrible, because I actually kind of like Boa, even though we didn't use him. I do like the idea that we had him around, and he actually was, like, basically Nina's retainer, basically. It's kind of sad to just see him die like that. It's really upsetting, honestly. But, honestly, it's goodbye for him, if that's exactly what happened. So, other than that, the next episode technically, in a way, could be seen as the final episode. But, since we do have everything we need, it won't be the final episode. So, the ending that would be without the Star Sphere, the Light Sphere, Dark Sphere, Life Sphere, and the Geosphere won't be shown, because I would have to go through the entire game again, and I honestly don't see the point of doing that, going all the way back just to do that. So, I don't think that honestly matters. I don't think anything much changes, so we're not going to worry about that. So, technically, the next episode could be seen as the ending, because chapter 20, without those, would lead you to the second ending of the game. And then you'd have your third ending if you were to have everything, which is the good ending. So, with that, honestly, this was a good chapter. I liked the idea that there was a, kind of goal when it came to recruiting people. Like, you had to recruit certain units to recruit other units, and then use those units to recruit the other units. I actually really like that. That's actually pretty fun. But, honestly, I want to talk about something real quick. I've actually been playing, I finally got my hands on Persona 5. Because I've been talking about me wanting to play it. I don't know if this will ever be a video, like a game we end up playing. But, honestly, it's a really fun game. I've been really wanting to play it, and I finally got my hands on it. Right now I'm only playing Persona 5, the normal version, and I'm gonna play Royale later. But honestly, based on what I've played so far, I'm gotten through the second chapter now, and I'm going on to the third one. It's actually really, really fun. I played through Strikers already, I've already beaten it, and I've unlocked a new Game Plus mode by defeating the Reaper and everything. And wow, that game, I definitely should have gotten to have a chance at least playing the original game. Because there's some stuff in that game that I had no clue what the heck was going on, but I still had fun with it, because the game was a fun game altogether. But the story, when it came to who everyone was on the party, I knew they were friends of, the main character. I believe his name's, what was it? I forgot the actual name, because it's in the, anime and the manga, his actual name. But he usually goes by, they usually just call him Persona 5 main protagonist. But, yeah, definitely, Joker, the friends of Joker and everyone, I'm just gonna go with Joker, because that's his code name and everything. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff in Strikers that really gets, glossed over if you didn't play the original, when it came to Persona 5. So Persona 5 would increase your enjoyability with the game, I think. Because there's some information that, now I understand, Ryuji on Joker and Yusuke when it comes to the story now, when it comes to Strikers, because I didn't know any of them. I barely knew Joker, and that was the only one I really knew about. And I ended up really liking Yusuke's character, and I definitely really liked Ryuji's character as well, after playing through the little bit of Persona 5 that I played through so far. So, I definitely might think about doing Persona 5 eventually, because near the end of the year, it's going to be, for me, it's going to be August, when I eventually go out and maybe get a PS5. If not, I'm going to try and get a PS4 Pro or something, because I have the game for Royal now, but I can't play it because I need the PS4 first. I just bought it early just so because GameStops in my area are kind of going out of business, and I wanted to get it for a cheaper price, because pre-owned games are easier to pay for than to buy brand new games all the time, so it just saved me a little bit of money. So I made sure to get the game early, so I have it all set and ready for when I do eventually get the system to play it, basically. But yeah, I want to definitely think about maybe doing Persona 5 Royale for you guys, because it's a really fun game. And based on what I've heard, Royale is different than Persona 5. So there's more story, and the story gets changed a little bit. So it definitely would be a nice experience to go through with you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue playing through Persona 5, the normal one. The one that released on the PS3, and then I think also the PS4. I think it was like one of the new releases for PS4, because it is on the PS4 as well, but yeah, I definitely want to think about maybe playing that for you guys. But I want to learn the mechanics first with what I'm playing right now, and then learn what I need to do in order to make it enjoyable for you guys, because I need to know how, to increase confidant ranks and stuff like that for you, so it wouldn't be like weird for me to go through it and not know what I'm doing, and also make sure to learn how we should do the episodes with how the palace layouts are, so we're not just fighting enemies for the entire episode, and we're actually increasing and going through the story and everything. So that's definitely something I want to look into. But honestly, yeah, I want to definitely think about doing Persona 5 Royale at some point. So with that, thank you all for watching so far. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And also, if we were to do Royale, I would think about doing Strikers. Strikers is a long game, but it's a really fun game. It's got a really good story, so I would think about doing Strikers as well if we do Royale. So, honestly, that would be fun. But I honestly don't know, because I don't know what the future entails yet. So, with that, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being so understanding and hanging out with me and just chilling out with me when I do these episodes. And also, like I said, I was rusty this episode because it's literally been like 5 days since I recorded. So, my voice is still getting used to getting back into the swing of things. I actually messed up my back the other day. I don't even know why. I randomly got out of my chair and all of a sudden my back locked up on me. And I don't know what happened there. That was freaky. But yeah, there's been some things that's happened in between episodes. So with that, as always, thank you for watching. Have a wonderful rest day. And I'll see you all in what would be, I believe, Dark Emperor Hardin's final boss fight, I guess you could say. And then after that, we'll be getting into the final side story chapter. And then the final stretch for what would be seen as an epilogue. Because technically, the 20 is supposed to be the end. But you can unlock extra chapters if you have everything. So, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace out. Hey, boys and girls. Thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.